Alright, here I got a battle against CheeseByMyself. This is going to be part 1 of a little series I want to do where I battle a shitload of strong trainers. So yeah, I'm using a team you guys haven't seen before, but I basically got a really common strategy here. Basically trap scissor with my Magnezone, and I got Terrakion bait, T-Tar bait, and Hydreigon bait to lure in the scissor and hopefully kill that shit off with my Magnezone and pull off a Reuniclus sweep at the end. And on his side of the team, I can pretty much predict what all of his shit is gonna be, mainly because I watch his videos and he also gives me teams, so I kind of know what he likes to throw on his pokes. That's more than likely gonna be Calm Mind Latias, standard Ferrothorn. I know he runs Facade Gliscor and Resto Chesto Rotom, and the Terrakion's what I'm not too sure about. It could be Banded or it can be Scarf. So I'm just gonna lead off with Hydreigon since it could pretty much hit everything really hard. So I was kind of expecting him to lead off with Rotom because that's what pretty much everyone does. But Cheese knows what he's doing. He's a very strong trainer, so he completely counters my lead. And that means I need to get out of there. I could go to Landorus, but I know the Stone is just going to do a shitload. And if he's banded, Landorus is going to get nearly 1-hit KO'd by that. So I decided to go into Reuniclus just to check how much damage he does, since Reuniclus is my best answer to Horse as of this moment. And it turns out by that damage, he's more than likely Scarfed, because Bandit would have done like 75%. So I just go for the recover just to get up full HP. I knew he would switch, but he goes into Scizor, and I'm going to go into my Landorus. Don't want to go into my Magnezone just yet, just in case he does predict me and go for the superpower as he does right here. But he doesn't really mind the Landorus switching, since it still does a fuckload of damage. And I'm just going to go for the U-turn, and he pretty much allows me to trap his Ferrothorn with my Magnezone, since he knows it's not really going to be too useful. I don't really have that many special attackers that thing can wall, but he could pretty much get up his rocks and the layer spikes, since he knows the hidden power fire isn't going to be a 1-hit KO. So he gets up his rocks as I set up a sub, and I'm going to get a crit hidden power here, which is going to matter in the long run, since that only allows him to set up 1 layer hazards. And if he managed to get up spikes, you guys will see how that comes into play later. But right now I'm sitting pretty good. He's going to make a really good move here. He goes out to his Latias, and he knows that I know he could potentially set up Calm Minds on me, and then it'll be really hard to kill him. So he knows I'm going to go into T-Tar, so he double switches out and goes to his Scizor, which pretty much was a really risky play, but he knew what I would do, and he predicted me. So now I pretty much want to let T-Tar die. I know he could take a U-turn, and I don't really have too much that could take a Scizor. I could go to Landorus, but that thing's probably gonna die to a U-turn, and I don't really want to go into Magnezone because he could go also for superpower. So I'm just gonna stay in here, hope he goes for the U-turn, get up my rocks as he goes into his Gliscor. So I'm gonna want to get out of there. I can still save my Tyranitar for death fodder, so I'm gonna go into my Hydreigon to pretty much dodge the Earthquake. If he decides to predict that, go for Ice Fang. I don't really care, since it's only gonna do like 35% to me, so I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go for Dark Pulse here, pretty much for no reason, just for stab I guess, and kind of trying to bluff the choice item. But he goes for Facade, doesn't really do that much either, so another Dark Pulse is not gonna be able to kill, and I'm pretty much gonna go for Draco Meteor just to get off the kill. Unfortunately, that's gonna lower my attack, obviously, and that's gonna let him bring in Latias, which is kind of a big threat to my team now that I kind of let T-Tar get fucked up. And I didn't really realize it at the time, but I don't have pretty much anything for Latias. I do have my Horse, and that's basically about it, since Landorus' U-turn is gonna do about 49%, so he's basically just gonna recover off all the U-turn damage that I do. You guys have seen me use that Latias set, and yeah, it could take U-turns all day. All they gotta do is recover. So I go to my T-Tar as fodder. I knew he would get up the Calm Mind, but then again, Draco Meteor wasn't gonna do shit since I was already at -2, and he could set up on me all day. So like I said, I'm gonna go into Landers, trying to go for the U-turn that, and pretty much hoping that he'd go for the Dragon Pulse to kill me off. But like I said, Cheese is good. He knows what he's doing, so he's not gonna do stupid shit, and he's gonna go for the recover, knowing that U-turn isn't gonna do shit, and he could pretty much, yeah, just set up on me. So I made kind of a misplay here. Going into Landers wasn't really the smartest move in the world. I probably should have went to Horse, and since I know the set, I know it runs max HP and max speed pretty much, so I knew Horse could pretty much scare him out. Since he doesn't know the item yet, I could try to bluff the what's it called, the choice band. And here's when I realized this. So this turn I'm gonna go into Horse, trying to bluff the choice band, but I'm actually not choice banded. I'm a Swords Dance set, so I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance as he goes into his Terrakion, thinking I'd go for the banded X-Scissor. So I'm gonna go for Swords Dance, and here I make another horrible fucking move. Somebody fucking came in my room, distracted me, Johns, but I have absolutely no idea why the fuck I let my horse die. But I already did it, and I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I guess I was kind of thinking I could just let Horse die, and then go to Reuniclus, and then trap his Scizor as I double switch to Mana Zone. But he actually makes a safer move, and he doesn't go into the Scizor, since he knows that I could possibly double switch, which I was trying to do. But he made the better play, and instead of going to his Scizor, he's gonna go into his Rotom Wash, which can also scare out my Reuniclus with a possible trick, and just pretty much fuck me up with Hydro Pump, since it's gonna do a shitload. But here's when the spikes came into play. If he got up the spikes, Mana Zone would have died, and then he would have probably like 5-0'd me. But that's not the case. I got the crit on him, and that's gonna allow him to Volt Switch. Like I said, he's more than likely Resto Chesto, because that's what he uses. But yeah, now he's gonna go into Scizor. I only got 2 more Pugs, which is Landers and my Reuniclus. So if I go into Reuniclus, he's just gonna U-turn, and if I go into Landers, he's just gonna Bullet Punch. So I'm pretty much fucked at this point. I kind of lost the battle. So now my only hope to win this battle is to somehow pull off a Reuniclus sweep, which is not gonna happen since he's got Scizor left. He's also got Terrakion with X-Scissor, and he's also got Calm Mind Latias, so I'm gonna have to rely on like 3 crits to kill that thing. So I pretty much lose, and yeah, sorry to spoil it, but it's pretty obvious. And like I said, this is part 1 of a series where I'm gonna battle some strong ass trainers, people that aren't really well known, but they deserve recognition. So I got Cheese in the lineup, I got Roscoe 1337, Shofu, even though you guys already fucking know about that nigger, JK, but you know about Shofu. And I got Chimpact, NOJMP, other people, Joey, can't forget about Joey. Joey's kind of getting a little mainstream, but he's also very strong. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna do them in order. Like, my next battle's more than likely not gonna be against one of those dudes. But yeah, I pretty much hope to battle those guys in the near future and upload the battles if they're not horrible, if I don't get swept like super badly. But so yeah, this battle ended up in me losing 2-0, so it wasn't a complete slaughter. But yeah, comment, rate, all that shit. I'm out.